Welcome back to your channel. So today was, it's Thursday, September 8th, and as you can see, Queen Elizabeth II died today. Hey, I'm trying to do a video. Shut your face. So I thought I would do a little blurb on her. A blurb on her? A video on her. I don't know a lot about her, but all I do know is that she's been there for a very long time. So, let's do this. Let's pay our respects.
I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and to the service of our great imperial family to which we all belong.
For decades, Queen Elizabeth II, the longest-lived and longest-reigning monarch in Britain's history, was a stabilising force during a time of change in the United Kingdom. Her reign spanned the loss of most of the country's colonies in the years after World War II, and more recently, Brexit and the coronavirus pandemic. Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor was born in April 1926. The first child of the Duke and Duchess of York. While cherished by the royal family, Elizabeth was never expected to become queen. Her grandfather was king, her uncle was next in line, but in 1936 her grandfather died and her uncle abdicated.
So we greet England's new king, George VI.
Her father...
Why did he do that? He just didn't want to do it? Huh.
Became king in 1937, making her first in line to the throne. Elizabeth's induction to royal duties began during World War II, when the 14-year-old made her first public broadcast.
I can truthfully say to you all that we children at home are full of cheerfulness and courage. We are trying to do all we can to help our gallant sailors, soldiers and airmen.
In 1947, Elizabeth married Philip Mountbatten, Prince of Greece and Denmark, and a lieutenant in the Royal Navy.
On the balcony at Buckingham, where many kings and queens have appeared, Princess Elizabeth happily shares the supreme day of her life with her countrymen.
The couple's first son, Charles, was born in 1948, followed by Anne, Andrew and Edward. Then while she was on an official visit to Kenya, Elizabeth's life would change forever. On February the 6th, 1952, her father, King George, failed to recover from an operation and died at just 56 years old. Elizabeth was flown back to London and immediately seated to the throne.
The high and mighty Princess Elizabeth Alexandra Mary is now, by the death of our late sovereign of happy memory, become Queen Elizabeth II.
How crazy is that you go to Africa not even thinking, you think you're going to do, you're going to help the poor, or, whatever she was going there for, and you just get this notice, hey, you have to come back. Your dad died. Oh, and then you come back and dealing with grief, but now on top of that, you're the queen. You have, it's yours now. That's, dealing with death is never fun, but to have, gone off and just not expected it, that's
the Queen
crazy.
Was just 25 years old when she started her royal duties as head of the monarchy.
When I was 25, you didn't want me in charge of anything.
Even as Britain lost most of its colonies, she remained head of state of 14 countries other than the UK. She travelled extensively and was received with admiration by millions.
Mr. President, South Africa has a special place in my heart and in the hearts of the British people.
Famously fond of horses, the Queen's love of her corgis was also no secret. They appeared with her in a much-loved video shown during the opening ceremony of London's 2012 Olympic Games.
Good evening, Mr. Bond.
Good evening.
I forgot about that.
She rarely permitted interviews, so not much was known of her private life. But this seclusion from the press changed in the 1990s. The Queen described 1992 as Annus Horribilis, Latin for horrible year. After Windsor Castle, one of the Queen's royal residences, caught fire, and three of her children announced they were divorcing or separating from their spouses. This included the very public separation of her eldest son, Prince Charles, from Princess Diana. People
My mom loved Princess Diana.
started to question if the royal family was needed and if they reflected modern Britain. The Queen came under criticism in 1997 when she didn't return quickly enough to London to share in the public outpouring of grief after Princess Diana died in a car crash in Paris.
I gotta ask, what was the deal with that? I mean, not this incident, but did she just not like her? Did they just not get along? I don't understand. I'm paying respects to making the video, but I still have questions.
Pay tribute to Diana myself. She was an exceptional and gifted human being. In good times and bad, she never lost her capacity to smile and laugh, nor to inspire others with her warmth and kindness.
After this speech, public opinion started to turn in favour of the royal family, following a well-crafted public relations plan and the marriages between Kate Middleton and Prince William in 2011 and Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in 2018. But just 2 years after their marriage, Harry and Meghan announced they were stepping away from royal duties in search of privacy from a growing media spotlight. They came to an agreement with the Queen where they would forfeit their royal titles as well as any royal funding. Their departure marked a watershed moment for a royal family that had long considered public service its foremost duty. In her final years, the Queen addressed her country and Commonwealth as it was swept up in the coronavirus pandemic.
While we have faced challenges before, this one is different. This time we join with all nations across the globe in a common endeavour, using the great advances of science and our instinctive compassion to heal.
We are interrupting our normal programmes to bring you an important announcement. You're watching BBC News from London. A short while ago, Buckingham Palace announced the death of His Royal Highness Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh.
In April 2021, Prince Philip, the Queen's husband of over 70 years, died at the age of 99. Due to coronavirus restrictions, his funeral was a small family affair, attended by only 30 people. There were concerns for the Queen's health throughout 2022. She tested positive for COVID-19 in February and in June was forced to miss some Platinum Jubilee events to mark her 70 years on the throne due to mobility issues, the palace said. One of the Queen's final acts was to appoint Conservative Liz Truss as Prime Minister, the 15th person to hold that position during her reign. The Queen will be laid to rest alongside Philip at the King George V Memorial Chapel in Windsor. Her death means the crown is now expected to pass to Charles, with William next in line to the throne. In her 2018 Christmas broadcast, the Queen reflected on what had united her kingdom, the Commonwealth of 2.4 billion people and over 50 countries.
Its strength lies in the bonds of affection it promotes, and a common desire to live in a better, more peaceful world. Even with the most deeply held differences, treating the other person with respect and as a fellow human being is always a good first step towards greater understanding.
Wow. How many secrets do you think she knew that she took to the grave? Things that she was told by, going back to Churchill, right? and just, various secrets. I'm sure she found out through, things that the U.S. did or had. Things, I mean, so many things that she's probably been informed on. And she just continued to roll like she was everyone's grandmother. That's kind of what it just felt like. She was just everyone's grandmother. You know what I mean? Wow. Well, rest in peace to her. I'm not religious, but if there's a heaven, my mom's yelling at her right now. Why didn't you lower the flag when Princess Diana died? Yeah. Trust me, I heard that. Anyways, sad video, but, kind of reflection. I didn't know much about her, and this didn't really tell me a whole lot, but, it's nice to at least see someone honored after, 70 years? Good Lord. I didn't realize, I forgot the name now, the prince, her husband. Edward? Terrible at remembering. I can remember a conversation from 15 years ago. Can't remember something I just saw 4 minutes ago. I thought he died a long blah, 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 blah. I thought he died a little bit longer. Oh my gosh, something wrong with me? I thought he died like 3-4 years ago for some reason. I didn't realize it was just last year. You think Charles will actually take the crown? Because I thought he wasn't going to get it. I thought they were going to pass it on down to William. Or Harry. Whichever one of those kids. I don't know. I don't keep up with the kids. Anywho, I'm going to end this here. Have a good day. Have a good night.